into Ford Field. It's the Redskins and the Lions. And welcome into another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports. The 2-5 Redskins, the 3-4 Lions, live from Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Our Thursday night game to kick off the week here in week number 8. The Redskins will get the ball first. We're underway. There's the opening kickoff. Fielded by Berry at the 3-yard line, out over the 20-25, and C.J. Berry brings it out to the 32-yard line. The second-year defensive back out of Northwestern. And the Redskins will have it 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Washington is led by their quarterback, number 11, Kurt Sullivan, in his 8th year out of Florida State. Both teams with losing records coming in, trying to right the ship. These two are both playoff teams last season. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Just underway, live from Detroit. 4 receivers wide. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan hands off to Harrison. And Ron Harrison on first down gets 4 yards. Let's take a look at the Redskins offense. Up front, Williams, Killings, Pearson, Lofton, and Green. And then it's Say, Taylor, Ciali, Vaden, and Novaris. A gain of 5 on first down. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Redskins at their own 36-yard line. Opening drive of the game. Redskins come out. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan to Harrison again. And Ron Harrison out to the 38. A gain of 2 more. Let's take a look at the Detroit defense. The Lions play a 3-4. Pawlowski, Ball, and Russell up front. Linebackers, Stewart, Neal, Saunders, and Preston. And the secondary, Reese, Morrison, Blades, and Robinson. The defending Super Bowl champion Detroit Lions off to a rough start at 3-4. The Redskins at 2-5. It'll be 3rd and 3 for Washington at their own 38. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan drops back, throws across the middle to Say, and Virgil Say out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 14 yards and a Redskin first down. Virgil Say in his 6th year out of Oregon State. First down, Washington. On the tackle, number 20 for the Lions, Dante Whitner, the 12th year strong safety out of Ohio State. First and 10 from the 48. In the I formation. Novaris in motion. Sullivan hands off to Ciali. Makes a move inside, and Ciali very close to the marker down to the 38-yard line. A gain of 9 yards for Dante Ciali, the 5th year back out of Marshall. It'll bring up 2nd and inches. Move back inside instead of trying to go outside, and got 9 yards out of it. It'll be 2nd and 1, 2nd and inches. Redskins come out. Sullivan under center. Sullivan hands off to Ciali around the outside. He's got the first down out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 4 yards and a Redskin first down. Dante Ciali. Saunders on the tackle, number 79 for Detroit. Kevin Saunders, the second-year linebacker out of Columbia, the Ivy Leaguer. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Redskins on the move. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan looks, throws, inside to Vaden. Out to the 27-yard line. Justin Vaden, the 6th-year tight end out of Tennessee. A gain of 6. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Nice opening drive by the Redskins. All the way down to the Detroit 27-yard line. They're in field goal range. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan back. Throws outside to Novarese. And Novarese inside the 20. Down to the 17-yard line. A gain of 10. First down, Redskins. Roman Novarese, the 7th-year receiver out of the University of Miami. Another Redskin first down. A nice, long, methodical drive by Washington here to start the game. First and 10 from the Lions, 17. Sullivan to Harrison this time. And Ron Harrison down to the 10. A gain of 7 yards. They'll bring up 2nd and 3. Ron Harrison, the 2nd-year back out of Florida. David Russell, the 2nd-year defensive end out of Michigan, making the tackle. 4:10 and counting. Long drive by the Redskins. 2nd and 3 at the Detroit 10-yard line. Redskins come out in the eye. Sullivan under center. Sullivan to Ciali inside, and Ciali makes his way down to the 4-yard line. A gain of 6. Another Redskin first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Cody Neal, the linebacker, makes the tackle, number 50. First down, Redskins. Also getting in on the tackle, number 57, Robert Preston. In his 5th year out of Penn State. 1st and goal from the 4. Still the opening drive. 3.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Sullivan drops back, looks to the end zone, throws to Swift, and he can't hold on. Incomplete. Richard Swift couldn't hold on. It'll bring up 3rd and goal, or 2nd and goal. Swift, the 3rd-year receiver out of Alcorn State. 3:28 left here in the first. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. 4 receivers wide. Sullivan under center. Sullivan, 3-step drop. Looking, steps up, rolls inside. It's a fumble. And who comes up with it? Detroit. The Redskins' opening drive comes up empty as they fumble it away. And Detroit comes up with it. I didn't see who caused the fumble, but recovering the fumble, see if I can catch the number. They're in a big pile. It's hard to see who came up with it. I believe it was number 79, Kevin Saunders, that recovered the fumble for Detroit. So it'll be 1st and 10, Lions going the other way, starting at the 8-yard line with 3:21 left here in the first quarter. No score. A nice long opening drive by Washington, and it ends with a fumble. Not the way to start the game. Lions come out. Daniel Manning, their 10th-year quarterback out of Purdue, under center on first down. Far in motion. Manning pitches to Freeman, and Freeman goes down. A 4-yard loss. Rich Malott making the tackle, the linebacker, in his 9th year out of Texas. They'll say now a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13. Freeman never had a chance to get this one going, as Malott was right there. Charles Freeman, the running back, in his 8th year out of California. We're coming up on 3 minutes left now in the first quarter, no score. 2nd and 13 for Detroit from their own 4-yard line. In the eye. Manning to Loxley this time, and Loxley's going to lose another yard. Mel Kaufman, the linebacker, makes the tackle in his 7th year out of Purdue. A loss of a yard. Kurt Loxley, the running back, in his 3rd year out of Wake Forest. It's going to be a loss of a yard for him. In Detroit, this drive, they're going the wrong way. That'll bring up 3rd and 14 from the 3-yard line. 2:35 and counting here in the first quarter. Third and long, Manning under center. Manning hands off to Loxley, and Loxley gets 2 yards out to the 5. A yard at best. It'll be 4th and 13. Mel Kaufman on the tackle for Washington. The Lions go 3 and out. And now Dylan Hardiman, the rookie out of Miami, the punter, will be punting from his own end zone. Not the best opening drive for Detroit. Hardiman gets the punt away barely. A flag is down. I think they're going to call running into the kicker. Perry across midfield. This may be on the Redskins. Let's sort this one out. Roughing the kicker on the Redskins. Zach Dixon ran right into him. Automatic first down for Detroit. 15 yards to move it out to the 20-yard line. I caught it out of the corner of my eye. The punt was very nearly blocked, but Dixon ran right into the kicker. Zach Dixon, the rookie safety out of Houston. 1st and 10, Detroit from the 20-yard line. So new life for Detroit with 1:59 left here in the first. Manning under center. Manning to Freeman. And Freeman gets his way out to the 23-yard line. Charles Freeman, a gain of 3 yards to be 2nd and 7. Making the tackle, number 22, Sean Wright, the 2nd-year safety out of Maryland. On 2nd and 7, 4 receivers set wide. Manning in the gun. Manning drops back, throws, dumps it off to Adams. And Adams gets out to the 28-yard line. A gain of 5. That'll bring up 3rd and 2. Kyle Adams, the tight end, in his 2nd year out of UCLA. It'll bring up 3rd down for Detroit. 3rd and 2 from their own 28-yard line. 1:15 and counting here in the first quarter. On 3rd down, Manning in the shotgun. Manning to Freeman, and Freeman bounces off a Redskin. In second effort, gets out to the 31-yard line. A gain of 3 yards and a Lion first down. We're under a minute to play here in the first quarter. No score between Detroit and Washington. Our Week 8 Thursday night game to start the week here at Chapman Sports. First and 10 from the 31-yard line. Daniel Manning, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Manning, play action, looks downfield. He's going to throw it deep, going for the home run. He's got a man. Farr comes down with it at the 3-yard line. Wow. A 66-yard reception by Mike Farr, the 11th year receiver out of Georgia Tech. Manning just threw it up. And Farr, he stands at 6'5". He's a tall receiver, just out jumps everybody. He had 4 Redskins around him, and he comes down with it. It'll be first and goal Detroit at the 3-yard line. This might be the last play of the first quarter. Clock is winding down. First and goal from the 3. And that's the end of the first quarter. No score here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan, brought to you by Snickers, Evil Dead's favorite candy bar. We start the second quarter. The Redskins and the Lions are scoreless. It'll be first and goal for Detroit, though, following a 66-yard pass down to the 3-yard line. Pass caught by Mike Farr. It'll be first and goal. Lions in the offset eye. Manning under center. Manning, 3-step drop, throws to the end zone, inside to Farr. Touchdown, Detroit. A 3-yard touchdown catch by Mike Farr, the 11th-year receiver out of Georgia Tech. And the the Lions take a 6-0 lead. Lance Taylor for the extra point. Kick is up, and it's good. Detroit leads at 7-0. 7:58 left to play here in the first half. Live from Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan, Week 8, our Thursday night game here at Jammin' Sports. First play of the second quarter, the Lions get a touchdown. And now Taylor will tee it up for Detroit. He'll kick off with a 7-0 lead. There's the kick. Fielded by Harris at the 1-yard line over the 15, 20, 25. And Harrison out to the 26. And that's where Washington will take over, 1st and 10, down 7-0. The Redskins' opening drive ended with a fumble. They got all the way down to the 10-yard line of Detroit, and they fumbled it away. Detroit capitalized, got a touchdown. Now the Redskins will have it again, starting at their own 26, with 7:53 left here in the first half. Week number 8 underway. The Thursday night game to start the week. On 1st and 10, Redskins come out in the eye. Sullivan hands off to Ciali, and Dante Ciali gets out to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. On the tackle, number 98 for Detroit. Gary Pulaski, the 4th-year defensive end out of Army. 2nd and 7 from the 29. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan drops back, steps up, throws downfield to Norris, down to the 41-yard line. James Norris, the rookie receiver out of Ball State. A gain of 12 yards and a Redskin first down. On the tackle, number 28, Don Reese, the former Patriot in his 5th year out of Indiana. 1st and 10, Washington from their own 41. 7 minutes left to play here in the first half. Sullivan under center. Sullivan hands off to Ciali up the middle. Ciali a big gain to the Detroit 45-yard line. That's a 14-yard gain by Dante Ciali, the 5th year back out of Marshall. First down, Redskins at the Detroit 45. So the Redskins have marched into Detroit territory once again. First and 10 at the 45. Lions up 7-0. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan hands off to Harrison up the middle. And Harrison down to the 39-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, 4 receivers wide for the Redskins. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan fakes the handoff inside, looks downfield, flag down, gets it out to Say. Down to about the 22-yard line, but a flag is down. This may be coming back. Holding on the Redskins, Byron Green, the right tackle. So this one's coming back. That negates a nice gain. It'll be 2nd and 14 back at the 49-yard line. 10-yard penalty. 5:55 left here in the first half. So the Redskins back at the 49 on 2nd and 14. Sullivan under center. Sullivan hands off to Ciali around the outside across the 40. Big gain downfield down to the 23-yard line. A gain of 26 yards for Dante Ciali to the 23-yard line. First down, Redskins. He runs out of bounds to stop the clock with 5:40 left here in the first half. Let's watch this run again. Good blocking on the outside by the Redskins offensive line. Benny Blades finally made the tackle out of bounds. First and 10 from the Detroit 23-yard line. Lions up 7-0. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan back to throw. Rolls out. And Sullivan is going to be hit and brought down at the 21-yard line. He gains 2 yards. Cody Neal, the linebacker, makes the tackle in his 6th year out of Oklahoma State. A 2-yard gain will be 2nd and 8 for the Redskins at the Detroit 21. In the eye. Sullivan to Ciali up the middle. And Ciali gets down to the 15-yard line. A gain of 6. Cody Neal again on the tackle to bring up 3rd and 2. Redskins come out on 3rd and 2 in the I formation. Swift in motion. Sullivan hands off to Ciali, and he's not going to get the first down. Brought down by James Sarand, number 94, the 6th-year defensive end out of South Carolina State. A loss of 2 yards as Sarand makes the tackle. And that will bring up 4th and 4. Nice defensive play by Detroit. And the Redskins are going to have to settle for 3. Mike Bragg will come on. A 34-yard attempt. It's blocked. The Lions block it. And the Redskins come up empty again. That's 2 drives for Washington deep into Lion territory, and they come up empty both times. Who blocked it? Number 25, Steve Jordan, the 6th-year defensive back out of Sam Houston. It remains a 7-0 ball game in favor of Detroit. 4:13 left to play here in the first half. The Lions will start from their own 24-yard line. We're live from Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Week 8, our Thursday night game to start the week here at Jammin' Sports. Four receivers wide for Detroit. Manning in the gun. Manning hands off to Freeman. And Freeman, no gain. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, Matthew Enoch, number 90, in his 5th year out of California. It'll be 2nd and 10. Under 4 minutes now left in the first half. Manning to Freeman, and Freeman again, no gain. The Redskins are right there. Number 91, Raymond Ray, the 3rd-year defensive tackle out of Houston. It'll be 3rd and 10, Detroit, from their own 24-yard line. 3.5 minutes left here in the first half. Four receivers wide, Manning in the gun. Manning drops back. Steps up, rolls out, dumps it off to Freeman. Across the 30, out to the 35-yard line. A gain of 11, first down Detroit. That'll move the chains. Charles Freeman, the 8th-year back out of California, on the catch. So we're coming up on the 2-minute warning. I mentioned earlier, both these teams made the playoffs last season. Detroit won the NFC Central. Of course, they won the Super Bowl as well. The Redskins were a wild card team last season, but they're both off to bad starts. Redskins at 2-5, the Lions at 3-4. 1st and 10 from the 35 in the I formation. Manning, play action, throws to the near side to Harris, the fullback, out to the 49-yard line. Leroy Harris, the 6th-year fullback out of Oregon. A gain of 14 yards and a Lion first down. Ben Norton on the tackle, the linebacker for Washington. First down, Detroit. Just a 7-0 ball game. 2:25 and counting. Daniel Manning, the quarterback, under center. Manning drops back. Looking, steps up, rolls out, throws back across the field, incomplete. Robert Foster, the linebacker, broke that up, number 54, the 3rd-year linebacker out of Tennessee. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Intended for Kyle Adams, the tight end. .210 left here in the first half. We'll probably have the 2-minute warning after this play. Detroit at their own 49-yard line. Both teams still have 3 timeouts left here in the first half. Detroit comes out. 4 receivers wide. Manning in the gun. Manning hands off to Freeman. And Freeman gets to the 50-yard line. That's it. It'll be 3rd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute warning. Detroit's up 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Week number 8, our Thursday night game to start the week. Detroit leads the Redskins 7-0. It'll be 3rd and 9 for the Lions from the 50-yard line as we resume play. Daniel Manning in the shotgun. Manning drops back, throws, the flag is down, and gets it out to Freeman. across the 30, but I think this one's coming back. This one's going to be on Detroit. And that's going to negate a nice play. Terry Morris, the right guard, holding. It'll be 3rd and 19 back at the 40-yard line. 10-yard penalty for Detroit. 1:55 left here in the first half. Manning under center on 3rd and 19. Manning hands off to Freeman around the outside, and Freeman gets a yard. That's it. To the 41. It's going to be 4th and 19 if he got that much. The Redskins take a timeout to stop the clock with 1:50 left here in the first half. The Redskins are going to get the ball back, down 7-0. It'll be 4th and 19 for Detroit from their own 41-yard line. Hardiman back to punt, gets the punt away. Fielded by Berry at the 11-yard line, brings it out to the 15. And 1:44 left in the first half. Detroit up 7-0. The Redskins have 3 timeouts. Actually 2 timeouts. They used one right before the punt to conserve time. So they have 1:44 and 2 timeouts. See if they can get a score before halftime. Kurt Sullivan in the shotgun, 4 receivers wide. Sullivan takes the snap. Looking, throws to the near side to Vaden. And Vaden cannot hold on, incomplete. It was broken up by Elijah Robinson, number 22, the 6th-year defensive back out of Nebraska. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line. 1:39 left in the half. 5 receivers wide, empty backfield for Sullivan. Sullivan back, throws downfield, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 10. That'll stop the clock, 1:35 left. On 3rd and 10 from the 15-yard line. Sullivan under center. Sullivan hands off to Ciali, turns outside, and Ciali across the 20. The mark of down at the 20. A gain of 5 yards. He's well shy of the first down. It'll bring up 4th and 5. Detroit takes a timeout as they force a 4th down. The Redskins are going to have to punt. Detroit's going to get the ball back with 2 timeouts. A 1:30 left to play here in the first half. On 4th and 5, David Webb back to punt. Gets the punt away. And that's going to be fielded by Nixon, who goes down at the 29-yard line. That's Devin Nixon, the 3rd-year safety out of Maryland, on the return. So Detroit, they have 1:23 left, 2 timeouts. Let's see if they can get a score before halftime. Lions lead it 7-0, just a 7-0 game. Lions scored on the first play of the second quarter, and that's it. Detroit comes out. Daniel Manning, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Throws downfield. Incomplete. He overthrows receiver. He was looking for John Lynchman, number 84, And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Lynchman in his 7th year out of Boise State. 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. 5 receivers wide. Manning in the shotgun, back, looking, throws, dumps it off to Tomlin. And Dale Tomlin, the 5th-year receiver out of Army, gets it out to the 35-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. 1:05 and counting. Clock is running. Coming up on a minute here in the first half. Robert Foster, the linebacker, number 54, and Cameron Cole make the tackle for the Redskins. Timeout by Detroit with 1:01 left. They have 1 timeout left here in the first half. It'll be 3rd and 4 from their own 35-yard line. We're live from Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Week 8, our Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. We'll have NBA playoff basketball after this. We'll resume our NBA sim season. 3rd and 4 from the 35-yard line. 5 receivers wide, empty backfield. Manning in the gun. Manning takes the snap. Looking, steps up, rolls out. Manning gets sacked, he fumbles, and the Redskins come up with it. Morgan picks it up at the 31-yard line. Manning got sacked and he coughed it up, and the Redskins, Derek Morgan made the sack. Actually, he picked up the fumble. It was Mel Kaufman who made the sack, and Morgan picks up the fumble. And the Redskins are going to have great field position. And they still have 2 timeouts. And they have it deep in Detroit territory. A chance now for Washington to get a score before halftime. They have it at the Detroit 31-yard line. 52 seconds left. Again, they have 2 timeouts. Let's see if the Redskins can capitalize. The Redskins come out. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan hands off to Harrison up the middle. And Ron Harrison down to the 26. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Redskins take their 2nd timeout. They have 1 left. 48 seconds left until halftime. They're in field goal range, but you have to think they're thinking touchdown here. A chance for Washington to tie the game before halftime. On 2nd down, it'll be 2nd and 5 from the Detroit 26. 4 receivers spread wide. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan back. Looking, throws downfield. Is caught by Baden inside the 10. Down to the 8-yard line. An 18-yard reception to Justin Baden. The 6th-year tight end out of Tennessee. 1st and goal Redskins. They'll have it at the Detroit 8-yard line. Clock is running, though. They got to get up there and call a play. 30 seconds. They still have a timeout. 1st and goal from the 8. Sullivan under center. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. He drops back. Throws underneath to Collins. Down to the 4. They take a timeout. Montel Collins, the rookie tight end out of Iowa, making the catch. It's a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. The Redskins are out of timeouts. They can take a shot at the end zone, but it has to be to the end zone. They don't have any timeouts. because if they don't get the touchdown, time will run out, and they won't even be able to get a field goal. They're going to take a shot at the end zone on 2nd and goal. Sullivan under center. Looks to the end zone. You can't take a sack. He throws to Roan, and Roan is tackled inbounds, and time's going to run out. We've hit halftime. Bad clock management by Washington. At the half, Detroit leads at 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome to Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Week number 8, our Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. A defensive first half. Detroit leads at 7-0. The Redskins come in at 2-5. The Lions at 3-4. As we get ready to start the second half. The Lions will get the ball first to start the second half. David Webb will kick off for Washington. There's the kick. Fielded by Nixon at the goal line over the 15, 20, 25. And Nixon out to the 25-yard line. Devin Nixon, the third-year free safety out of Maryland. Daniel Manning, his pedestrian stats for the first half. Detroit will have it thrown 25, up 7-0 here in the third quarter. First and 10 from the 25. 4 receivers set wide. Manning in the shotgun. Manning back. Throws downfield to Adams. Down to the 33-yard line, a gain of 8. It'll bring up 2nd and 2. Kyle Adams, the second-year tight end out of UCLA. Eight yards on the game. I'm Jimmy Jam. I got Misty here. Say hi, Misty.
Yeah.
There you go. Bring you the game today. 2nd and 2 from the 33. Manning under center. Manning hands off to Loxley, and Loxley gets nailed for a loss of 1. On the tackle, number 91, Raymond Ray, the third-year defensive tackle out of Houston. A loss of a yard. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Kurt Loxley, number 39, the third-year back out of Wake Forest. Detroit only had 6 yards rushing in the first half. The Redskins have shut down the running game. 4 receivers wide. Manning in the shotgun on 3rd down. Manning to Freeman, and Freeman barely gets the first down out to the 35-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. First down, Detroit. Charles Freeman. .640 and counting. Here in the third quarter, Lions up 7-0. On 1st and 10. Manning under center. Manning, 3-step drop, throws. It's nearly picked off. Cameron Cole, the 6th-year safety out of Chattanooga, nearly picked it off. Incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. He reached back, nearly pulled it in. That'll stop the clock. 6:29 left here in the third quarter. We'll have NBA basketball playoff action for you after this. 4 receivers set wide. Manning in the gun. Manning back. Sets up a screen pass to Freeman. And Freeman out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. The Lions try a screen pass. Good for 6 yards. Robert Foster on the tackle, the linebacker for the Redskins. 3rd and 4 for Detroit. 4 receivers wide. Manning in the shotgun. Manning back. Throws downfield. Is caught by Lynchman. No. Broken up by Edwin James, the 6th-year defensive back out of Oregon State, number 32. Nice defensive play by James. It'll bring up 4th and 4. And Detroit's going to have to punt. Dylan Hardiman back to punt. Gets the punt away. And that's going to go inside the 10, inside the 5. Nice punt. All the way down to the 1-yard line. The rookie punter out of Miami nails a punt all the way down at the 1-yard line. So the Redskins still down just 7-0 with 5:47 left here in the third quarter. We'll start from their own 1-yard line. Got to watch out for the safety here. First and 10 from the 1. About the 1.5. Redskins come out in the I formation. Sullivan hands off to Ciali. And Ciali, a little breathing room. 6 yards out to the 7-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. On the tackle, number 79. For Detroit, Kevin Saunders, the linebacker. 2nd down and 4 yards to go from the 7-yard line. Sullivan in the shotgun, 4 receivers wide. Sullivan back, throwing from his end zone. Throws, gets it out to Norris. All the way out to the 19. A gain of 12 yards and a Redskin first down. James Norris, the rookie receiver out of Ball State. Benny Blades on the tackle for Detroit. Blades in his 9th year out of Florida. Coming up on 5 minutes left now in the third quarter. First and 10 Redskins from their own 19-yard line. Sullivan under center. Sullivan fakes the handoff. Rolls out. Throws deep downfield. And it's knocked away at the last second by number 28, Don Reese. The 5th-year quarterback out of Indiana. The former Patriot. Spent 4 years with New England. Now in his first year with Detroit. It was intended for Nova Reese, number 88. And Reese broke up the pass. 2nd and 10 for the Redskins from their own 19. 4:42 left here in the third quarter. Sullivan under center on 2nd down. He'll hand off to Ciali around the outside, and Ciali down to the 24-yard line. A gain of 5. That'll bring up 3rd and 5. Dante Ciali closing in on 100 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 from the 24-yard line. Four receivers set wide. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan back. Throws downfield. Is caught by Nova Reese at the 34-yard line. A gain of 10 and a Redskin first down. Roman Nova Reese, his first catch of the game. The 7th-year receiver out of the University of Miami. First down, Redskins. That was actually his second catch of the day. First and 10 from the 34-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Sullivan in the gun. First and 10. Vaden in motion. Sullivan fakes the handoff. Throws downfield to Say. Virgil Say across the 40. Down to the Detroit 38-yard line. A 28-yard catch by Virgil Say, the 6th-year receiver out of Oregon State. First down, Redskins. Lions up 7-0 in what has been a defensive game up to this point. Redskins on the move. Now in Detroit territory. 3:20 and counting here in the third quarter. Redskins come out, 4 receivers wide. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan to Harrison up the middle, and Ron Harrison down to the 31-yard line. A gain of 7 to be 2nd and 3. The second-year back out of the University of Florida, Ron Harrison. The Redskins have a nice 1-2 punch at running back with Ciali and Harrison. Under 3 minutes left now in the third quarter. 2nd and 3 from the 31. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan to Harrison inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 1. On the tackle, number 75, John Parsons, the 7th-year defensive tackle out of Auburn. 3rd and 1 for the Redskins now from the Detroit 29. Clock is running. 2:15 and counting here in the third. Sullivan hands off to Ciali, and Ciali down to the 25. That'll be a first down for the Redskins, a gain of 4. That'll move the chains. 2 minutes and counting here in the third. Cody Neal on the tackle, number 50. First down, Washington. First and 10 from the 25. Sullivan under center. Sullivan hands off to Ciali again up the middle, across the 20 to the 18-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. That'll be 2nd and 3 for Dante Ciali. Second and 3 from the 18-yard line. 1:20 left in the third. He hands off to Ciali this time. Inside the 10, down to the 9-yard line, just bowling over Lion tacklers. A gain of 9 yards for Ciali. First and goal from the 9-yard line. Dante Whitner made the tackle after getting bowled over. It'll be first and goal. Under a minute left here in the third. Redskins trying to tie it up. Sullivan under center. Sullivan drops back. Throws incomplete. He had a man open in the back corner of the end zone. And I think his arm got hit as he threw. That'll stop the clock. 48 seconds left here in the third quarter. Second and goal from the 9. Sullivan in the shotgun. Ciali goes out in motion. Sullivan back, throws, dumps it off to Roan, and Roan gets 3 yards to the 6-yard line. Brad Roan, the 4th-year tight end out of Ball State. Steve Jordan on the tackle, number 25. It'll be 3rd and goal for the Redskins at the Detroit 6. 34 seconds left and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Redskins trying to tie it up. This has been a defensive game, to say the least. 30 seconds and counting. Big 3rd down for the Redskins here. 3rd and goal at the 6-yard line. 5 receivers wide, empty backfield for Sullivan. Back to throw. Rolls out, in trouble, avoids a sack, throws to Say, down to the 1-yard line. He does not get in. And that'll bring up 4th and goal. And that's also the end of the 3rd quarter. Detroit's up 7-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Week number 8, our Thursday night game to start the week. We go to the 4th quarter, a low-scoring game to be sure. Detroit leads at 7-0 as we start the 4th quarter. It'll be 4th and goal for the Redskins at the 1. They'll probably go for it, and they are, to try to tie it up. 4th and goal. Sullivan under center. Collins in motion. Sullivan hands off to Ciali. Does not get in. The Lions are right there. Cody Neal making the play for Detroit. No gain. And Detroit, they make a nice goal line stand. And the Lions will take over at their own 1-yard line, going the other way. The Redskins come up empty again. Wow. Detroit trying to get to 500 if they can win today. They're 3-4 coming in. Get back in the NFC playoff hunt. 1st and 10 Detroit from their own 1-yard line. Now again, you have to watch out for the safety here. We're live from Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan, Week 8. Our Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. Manning in the gun. Hands off to Freeman. And Charles Freeman 7 yards out to the 8-yard line. Actually a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Ben Norton on the tackle, number 53. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 8-yard line. Detroit comes out. Manning under center. Manning, 3-step drop. Now rolls out. Throws downfield. It's caught by Lynchman. All the way down to the 27-yard line. A 19-yard gain on the catch by John Lynchman, the 7th-year receiver out of Boise State. 1st down, Lions. The way this game's going, if Detroit, even if they just get a field goal, it might be enough to win it. It's only a 7-0 game. Detroit at their own 27, coming up on 7 minutes left. 4 receivers spread wide. Manning in the gun. Manning back. Manning steps up, throws downfield to Tomlin. Tomlin, they're going to call that a fumble. Who came up with it? The Redskins come up with it. No, Detroit does. Detroit comes up with it. Dale Tomlin caught it. Well, he made 3 steps. And Robert Foster stripped it away, but it looks like Kyle Adams, the tight end, is the one that came up with it. Yep, that's a catch. Good call. Detroit dodges a bullet. It's a gain of 8 when it's all said and done. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Detroit from their own 35-yard line. The Lions dodge a bullet there. 6:35 and counting. Lions up just 7-0. Manning under center. Manning, play action. throws, dumps it off to Loxley, and Kurt Loxley out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, first down Detroit. The third-year back out of Wake Forest, Kurt Loxley. First down Lions. We've got NBA basketball up next for you as we continue our playoffs. First and 10 from the 40-yard line. 4 receivers wide for Detroit. Manning in the shotgun. Manning drops back, throws, and it's nearly picked off by Cameron Cole, the 6th-year safety out of Chattanooga. He hit him right in the breadbasket. He should have caught it. Hit him right in the hands. Right in the bad spot. His hands. That's why you play defense. 2nd and 10 for Detroit. Another missed opportunity by Washington. Detroit from their own 40-yard line. Manning under center. Manning, 3-step drop, throws to Adams, coming across out to the 46-yard line. A gain of 7 to bring up 3rd and 3 to Kyle Adams. 5:40 and counting. We're in the 4th quarter. Lions up 7-0. Redskins trying to get a stop and get the ball back. Detroit trying to go up by 2 scores. Manning in the shotgun, back to throw on 3rd down. Throws outside to Farr. He's got the first down out to the Redskin 47-yard line. A 7-yard gain on 3rd and 3. First down Detroit. First down Lions. Cameron Cole makes the tackle, number 25. We're coming up on the 5-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. Redskins desperately need a stop. Manning under center. Manning, play action. Throws down the middle, and it's intercepted by Robert Foster, the linebacker, who brings it out to the 36-yard line. So the Redskins get the interception. They get the stop they were looking for. It remains a 7-0 game with 4:51 left. And Washington will have it at their own 36-yard line. Down 7-0. Dale Tomlin, the intended receiver for Detroit. And now an opportunity for the Redskins to tie it up. The Redskins have been shut out so far through 3 quarters. First and 10. 4 receivers wide. Sullivan in the shotgun. Sullivan back. Throws, dumps it off to Harrison. Out to the 40. A gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. Jerry Ball making the tackle, number 93, in his 8th year out of Nebraska, the defensive tackle. Clock is running. 4.5 minutes left. Detroit up 7-0. 2nd and 6 for the Redskins. Sullivan in the gun. Sullivan back. Throws outside, and it's caught by Save at the 44-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2. Did he get both feet in? I don't see a review. That'll stop the clock with 4:20 left. Big 3rd down for the Redskins right here. 3rd and 2 from their own 44. Sullivan under center. Sullivan to Ciali, and Ciali is going to be hit and brought down for a 1-yard loss. John Parsons on the tackle, number 75. That'll bring up 4th and 3. The Redskins at their own 43-yard line. Let's see if they go for it again. Clock is running. They kind of have to at this point. Nope, they're going to punt. David Webb back to punt. They're going to trust their defense. Webb gets the punt away. And that's going to go into the end zone, touchback. Detroit will have it at their own 20-yard line with 3:52 left in regulation. Detroit will have it 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Well, Detroit, they can just eat up some time here. That's what they're going to try to do. String together some first downs. For the Redskins, they need to get a stop. 1st and 10 Detroit from the 20. 4 receivers wide. Manning in the shotgun. Adams in motion. Manning. And he's going to get sacked back to the 13-yard line. Derek Morgan, the 16th year defensive end out of North Carolina, on the sack. A loss of 7 yards. It'll bring up 2nd and 17. Clock is running, 3:35 and counting. 2nd and 17 for Detroit at their own 13-yard line. Manning under center. Manning pump fakes, hands off to Freeman, a draw play. And Charles Freeman gets 4 yards out to the 17-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 13. Ben Norton on the tackle. On 3rd and 13, empty backfield, 5 receivers wide, Manning back, throws. It's intercepted again by Foster for the Redskins, and he's tackled down at the 15-yard line. Robert Foster, his 2nd interception this quarter. And now the Redskins with a golden opportunity to score. They have it at the Detroit 15-yard line. So this one's not over yet by any means. The 3rd-year linebacker out of Tennessee, his 2nd interception of the game. And that's the break the Redskins needed to try to tie this game up. We could have overtime here. Plenty of time, 2:37. The Redskins have 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Redskins come out in the eye. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Sullivan hands off to Ciali around the outside, and Ciali goes down. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Coming up to make the tackle, number 28, Don Reese. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line. Clock is running. 2:14 and counting. We could have the 2-minute warning after this play. Sullivan hands off to Ciali around the outside, and he goes down again at the 15-yard line. No gain. That's the 2-minute warning. Detroit up 7-0. Welcome back to Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. Week number 8, our Thursday night game to start the week. This has been a defensive game. The Lions lead at 7-0. We're at the 2-minute warning. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Redskins at the 15-yard line of Detroit. Washington trying to punch it in and tie up the ballgame. Possibly force overtime. Sullivan in the shotgun on third down. Sullivan to Harrison up the middle. Harrison inside the 5. Touchdown, Redskins. A 15-yard touchdown run by Ron Harrison, the fourth-year back out of Florida. And the Redskins finally get on the board with 1:56 left in the game. And they can tie it up with the extra point. We could be looking at overtime here. A nice 15-yard run by Ron Harrison for the touchdown. Mike Bragg will come on for the extra point. So Bragg will come on for the PAT, the fourth-year kicker out of Air Force. Kick is up, and it's good. We're tied at 7 with 1:56 left here in regulation. Live from Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan, Week 8, our Thursday night game to kick off the week here at Jammin' Sports. Detroit still has 1:56 and 3 timeouts. It's enough time for the Lions to get into field goal range and retake the lead. Lance Taylor, David Webb will kick off for the Redskins. There's the kick. Fielded by Nixon at the 4, over the 20, 25, 30, and Devin Nixon brings it out to the 33-yard line with 1:51 left. Detroit, like I said, they have 3 timeouts. We're tied at 7. All they need is a field goal to retake the lead. A 1:51 left in regulation. Lions come out, 4 receivers wide. Manning in the shotgun. Manning drops back, throws, gets it out to Freeman. And Freeman all the way out to the 40-yard line, a gain of 7. Detroit in the hurry up. It'll be 2nd and 3 from the 40-yard line. Manning in the shotgun. Manning drops back, looks downfield. Looking. Watch out. Gets sacked by Derek Morgan back at the 35-yard line. A loss of 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 8. 1:20 and counting. On third down, Manning in the shotgun. Got to get the receivers back. Now we're ready. Takes the snap. Looking. Throws deep down the sideline, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Trevont Wallace, number 20. The 6th-year defensive back out of Miami. It'll be 4th down, and Detroit's going to have to punt with 1:06. The Redskins are going to get the ball back with 3 timeouts. A chance for the Redskins to win it. Dylan Hardiman will come in to punt for Detroit, the rookie out of Miami. Hardiman, and it's blocked. The Redskins block the punt, and they pick it up at the 20-yard line. And the Redskins are already in field goal range. The Redskins blocked the punt. Who came in and blocked it? Looks like it was number 29, Zach Dixon. Nope, it was Cameron Cole, number 25, who blocks the punt for the Redskins. And now Washington, who didn't get on the board till there was 1:56 left. They can score twice in the last 2 minutes to win this game. They have it at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10. 1 minute left. Oh my goodness. The Redskins are going to steal one from Detroit. The Lions have 3 timeouts. They'll probably take them to conserve time. Redskins come out. Sullivan under center. Sullivan hands off to Ciali, and Ciali down to the 18-yard line. Detroit takes a timeout, a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7. Detroit wants to conserve time in case the Redskins score. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the Lion 18-yard line. It's been a weird game. We're tied at 7. 56 seconds left. And the Redskins have it at the Detroit 18-yard line. Redskins come out in the eye. Sullivan hands off to Ciali up the middle. And Dante Ciali down to the 13-yard line, a gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd and 2. The Lions take a timeout. They have 1 left. If the Redskins get a first down, they can run down the clock and kick a game-winning field goal with no time left. And Detroit would be helpless. 51 seconds left. 3rd and 2 for Washington from the Detroit 13-yard line. If the Redskins win this game, both Washington and Detroit would be 3 and 5 at the halfway point. Sullivan up 3rd and 2 under center. He'll hand off to Ciali. He's got the first down. Ciali all the way down to the 3-yard line. Detroit takes their final timeout. It'll be 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. 46 seconds left. The Redskins, they can just let the clock wind down. And then kick a game-winning field goal at their leisure. It'd be a 20-yard attempt from here. What a way for Detroit to lose this one. 1st and goal from the 3. Redskins in the offset eye. Sullivan under center. Sullivan to Ciali, and he gets hit in the backfield. It's a fumble, and the Lions come up with it. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? The Redskins cough it up, and Detroit comes up with it. Just when you thought the Redskins were going to run down the clock and kick a game-winning field goal, Dante Ciali coughs it up. He may have been down. They might review this. I think they're going to review this. I think he's down. It's going to be Redskin ball. 42 seconds left. There it is. This is going to be Redskin ball. He was down. It looks like the Redskins are going to dodge a bullet here. Yeah, his knee's down and everything. That's going to be Redskin ball. Sorry, Detroit. You don't get the break you were looking for. This will be overturned. Tough break for Detroit. Ruling on the field is reversed. It ends up being the Redskins' ball, and they take a timeout with 31 seconds left. And there it is again. So Detroit out of timeouts. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Redskins at the 6-yard line. This would be a 23-yard field goal attempt. I think Washington will run another play and wind the clock all the way down. Or maybe you don't want to tempt fate, just kick it here. We've got NBA basketball for you up after this as we continue our playoffs. Sullivan under center. Was up kicking. Sullivan to Ciali, and Ciali gets a yard to the 5. Redskins take a timeout. Detroit led it 7-0 all the way up to the 2-minute warning. and then the Redskins tied it up, and then they got the ball back on a fumble. Yeah. We're just doing one football game tonight. We'll be doing NBA basketball after this. We'll continue our NBA playoffs. Redskins at the 5 with 28 seconds left. A defensive game. Sullivan under center. He's got Novarese in motion. Sullivan hands off to Ciali, and he's in for the touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run by Dante Ciali. The Redskins have scored 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes of this game. Their first touchdown was right after the 2-minute warning. And then Detroit turned it over. And now the Redskins get their second timeout, or second touchdown, excuse me, inside the final 2 minutes of the game. And the Redskins are going to steal this one from Detroit. Mike Bragg for the extra point. The kick is up. And it's good. Redskins lead it 14-7. 25 seconds left. We hope you stick around for basketball. NBA playoffs. My NBA sim season. We're in the second round of the playoffs. We'll start those tonight. .25 seconds left for Detroit. They're out of timeouts. They're down by a touchdown. Detroit really needs a nice return here, preferably for a touchdown. David Webb will kick off. And this will be fielded by Fletcher at the 2-yard line over the 20, 25, 30. And Fletcher, Trey Fletcher, the rookie out of Texas, gets tackled by the kicker at the 31-yard line. 21 seconds left. Detroit, they have to go 69 yards in 21 seconds with no timeouts. It looks like the Redskins are going to go to 3-5, and Detroit is going to drop to 3-5. Manning in the shotgun on first down. Manning back. Manning throws. Gets it out to the 48-yard line. Kyle Adams, the tight end. No, it's not Adams. It's number 83. Dale Tomlin, the wide receiver, makes the catch. Good for 17 yards. First down, Detroit. That's the name we dare not say, Kickin' Uncle. .17 seconds left. Detroit comes out. Looks like they're going to try a Hail Mary. Manning in the shotgun. Manning back. Throws downfield. Bounces around. It's intercepted by Trevont Wallace at the 23-yard line. Wallace comes up with it. The Redskins will take over. One more snap and we're done. We've got basketball up next. About 10 minutes or so after this one's done. We'll have more football for you tomorrow night. We'll have an NFL doubleheader tomorrow night at 7 Eastern. And that'll be the Rams and the Patriots and the Jets and the Ravens tomorrow night. Redskins come out in the victory formation. Sullivan takes a knee, and that'll be it. The Redskins, scoring 2 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes, are going to win this. Your final score, Washington 14, Detroit 7. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Basketball up next. We'll see you then.